You're on the phone. You're on the phone. You're on the phone with Amanda and Ash. Did you say Ash?
I said Ash.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. I just wanted to say it in a way. I'm surprised you didn't call me out on how I just said hello.
Yeah, I call you out pretty much every time on you. Hello? Every time you answer the phone, like you've never gotten a phone call from me randomly.
Like you didn't just text me before this, being
Yeah,
like,
like I didn't
"Hey,
just text you ready for the call. Hello?
hello.
Hello. Everyone really has a
Hey."
specific hello. I don't know what mine is. Hi?
Kind of the one you just did, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to listen to it back. This is how we
I
learn
don't,
about ourselves.
I don't. It's like kind of like how everybody has a customer service voice.
Oh yeah. What's yours? Make a reservation right now.
My customer. Okay, the only way I can get into it is if I harken back to my Grubhub days when I
Oh,
worked in
of
the call
course.
center.
Uh-huh.
So my call center voice when I worked at Grubhub was, "Thank you for calling Grubhub. This is Amanda. How can I help you?"
Oh wow, that's so professional. I
Yes.
would never it's way everyone's is way higher.
Yeah, you go higher.
I don't know what my man version is because before I'd be like,
That's
"Hi, this is Ashley Perez. I'm calling for like," but now I'm like, "Is there a man customer service voice?"
that's a great question because I feel like, women we're very coded to be like soft and high and polite. And yeah, so what
Yeah,
is the it might be the same for men.
but do they go
You make a
higher? Hey,
reservation.
hi. No, I think it's lower. My instinct was go, "Hi, this is Ash Perez. I'm calling to make a reservation tonight for two. If you had a table available."
Yeah, it's lower, but it's funny because it's still we all have this like is the customer service voice just kind of sing-songy?
I think so.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, speaking of, hi everyone. You are on the phone. Welcome to the third episode of On the Phone with Amanda and Ash. I'm Ash,
I'm Amanda.
and you're on the phone with us.
Yeah. You can't respond, but believe me when I say you're on the phone with us.
Yeah, you are. Believe me when I say that we wouldn't put any more effort than just being on the phone and recording this call. Not because we don't love you, but because we want it to be that authentic.
So just like answer along as we talk.
As if we're Dora the Explorer.
Do you want to talk to us on the phone?
Blink, blink.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
answer.
Say, Amanda, no Amanda, if you don't want Amanda to do that.
Swipe or no swiping.
Yeah, what's your beverage choice today? Do you always have a beverage near you? You know I do.
I mean, yes, because we are talking. But today it's just water because I've already had a lot of caffeine that is not doing its job.
Oh, okay. I am doing caffeine. I'm doing green tea, unsweetened green tea from Costco. Um,
Oh,
I really like this flavor. Christine doesn't like it. She says it tastes like cat food, but to me, it tastes very authentic. But I'm starting to do more green tea to try and replace my second cup of coffee, like
sure.
midday type vibe. And then also, it's really good for like your heart and cancer and stuff. But I'm really trying to concentrate on like heart stuff and cholesterol because I have a history of that in my family.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Also, I do just want to point out that the way that you just said that and the way that we're doing this does kind of take me back to Queer as Fiction because that was a segment we did on Queer as Fiction.
What's your beverage?
Yeah, we were doing like, what are you drinking?
Really?
Yeah, because I remember one time Kirsten was drinking some sort of charcoal shot thing.
Oh yeah, for our new viewers who are listening in right now, that sound is the sound that our phone is reminding us that we're still recording. So if you hear that, don't be alarmed.
It's fine. Your phone is not about to explode.
Yeah, it will not self-destruct in 5 seconds. Which, speaking of, have you seen the new Mission Impossible?
No. Wow, this
It's
sounded like an ad buildup if I've ever heard
yeah. Have you seen America's number one movie?
one. No, I mean I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I haven't gotten to the movies in a minute.
Oh, that's Yeah, we both had the AMC pass for a while, but then I got rid of it because I was trying to get rid of some of my subscriptions. But then I
I also
remembered,
got rid of it.
oh, you got rid of it too? That makes sense.
Yeah,
It really does help you see a lot of movies because you don't care about whether they're good or bad. But then
yeah.
I remembered our trusty old pal, the Cinemark over here, and it's like half the price.
Oh,
Yeah, and they've made all the seats now like Lux layback ones. And the not to be another ad, but what I like about it is like it's normal prices. So like a movie ticket is $11, a popcorn is $6, and they're not the most giant thing you've ever seen in your life. They have good
man.
candy. We got to go back.
Yeah, I'm down. I have like some points built up from my AMC stub, so I have one free ticket left.
Oh yeah, nice.
Um, but I remember, not to sound like a millennial, but I remember back in my day when I used to work at AMC movie
Oh
theaters,
yeah. Uh-huh.
and we would do $4 Tuesdays where you would get a free drink and small popcorn.
For Ford, wait, the ticket price included in that?
Oh, maybe it was just a small popcorn, but yes, you paid $4 on Tuesdays to get a ticket and a free small popcorn.
Wow.
Yeah, because we had to load up. We had to prepare for Tuesdays
Oh
by
my
scooping
god.
a bunch of popcorn.
There's so many ways we could go with this episode right now because we could talk about weirdest jobs we've had, of which you've had a million. Or we could talk about, but I do kind of want to. It feels apt to talk about summer blockbusters and movie theater going experience. So, like, what was your favorite? What was your favorite thing about working in the theater? Did you actually like after a shift watch a bunch of movies afterward?
Um, I don't think I did after a shift, but it was always fun. I have like so many memories of during my breaks just going and sitting in the back of the theater and watching like a half an hour of a movie.
Oh, amazing!
Like I feel like so this will give you kind of a hint of the time. Like I think I saw a lot of Along Came Polly
Uh huh.
with Ben Stiller and Jennifer Aniston.
But never in order. You'd see it like the end of one part and then come in for the last 40 minutes.
Yeah, I would see a lot of half an hour snippets of Along Came Polly. Um, but yeah, so I would, grab a hot dog and some cheese,
Mm-hmm.
go have my lunch in a in the back of the theater.
That's the most dangerous part of working at places where there's food and food service. Because I worked at a yogurt shop and I worked a hot dog on a stick. And oh my God, we would make these things at Hot Dog on a Stick where we would make like batter cinnamon fries. They weren't on the menu. We would just
Oh,
like make the calories and the amount of sugar and the amount of oil I was consuming. Like I always went home from a shift feeling sick because it's like
sure, sure.
to the point that like and then when I started working at Malibu Yogurt, I had to kind of figure out like what's a healthier snack version. So I would have like the tart yogurt with fruit because the first time when I first started I'd be like cookies and cream and peanut butter and chocolate and then you just feel
Right.
sick halfway through your shift.
Yeah. But okay, do you want to hear some of the craziest things that happened at the movie theater?
Yeah, duh.
Well, okay, so I was working, I don't remember if this happened at our theater
This is in
or if it happened.
Ohio, right?
Yes, this is in Rocky River, Ohio. The AMC is still there, but it's been like redone.
Okay.
Um, but I can't remember if this happened at our theater, but it was happening at theaters. Like I was getting the gossip from the projector specialist.
Amazing. Go on.
Because I remember because I was working there when Passion of the Christ
Oh,
came out.
sure.
And so there was a lot of like hubbub about people being like, the reel of Passion of the Christ keeps falling off of the projector. And people were like, how? How is that possible?
Because of Satan.
Because, yeah, either that or because
Yeah.
God didn't want Mel Gibson to direct that
Oh, I mean, maybe God was right on that one.
movie.
Just about Mel Gibson, not about the movie.
Mostly about Mel. But so that was interesting. But the probably the craziest thing that happened was I do not for the life of me remember what movie this was, but we were at the concession stand, and when movies were going on, we like did a little bit of work, but like not really.
Hmm.
And somebody came up and was like, "Hey, this is like kind of awkward, but I think there are two people having sex in the movie theater."
No, oh my God.
And so we had one of the guys who was like a bigger guy go in and like, be like, "Hey, can you stop having sex in the movie theater?"
Oh my God. How old were
And
you when you worked there?
I was a teenager. I
Oh
was
my.
like 16 or 17. So he went in, and he when he came out, he was like, "I've never seen a woman hop off of a man's lap so quickly."
Oh my God, no.
And then they came out of the theater because we were like, "You got to point him out. You got to point him out." And they were like an older couple. They were like in their
Really?
50s, I
You
think.
know what? They're just trying to keep their marriage alive, and you
Yeah,
guys
good
ruined
for
it.
them. Good for them.
People in Ohio just try. Ohio's for lovers. That's what they say.
Lovers of
Of cinema.
yep.
Oh my God, that is so funny. Okay, do you miss perforated paper? Like tearing tickets?
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
Well, I love
um
perforated paper just in general, which is probably like there are things I'm looking back that I'm like, okay, these feel spectrumy. I was
sure.
obsessed with perforated paper and like remember when the really old school printers, like I don't even think this is millennial, but older of the printers that used to zzz, 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 and then you had to like
Oh
rip off
yeah.
the perforation.
Yeah, on the sides.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be
You don't have an
well,
opinion on perforation?
I not particularly.
It
Wait,
wasn't.
but what?
I was thinking of ticket tearing specifically.
Oh, sure. What is Wait, then do you want to talk about movies or do you want to talk about jobs? I feel like
Talk about I mean, why would we rein ourselves in wherever the wind takes us? I do
I
like.
I was
Oh,
I was
what?
going to ask you. I was going to ask you about your jobs, but now I'm not sure which way to
Which way
go.
to go? Okay, well, I kind of do want to talk about. I have a question, and then maybe we could move on to jobs. But um, do you have specific, not necessarily when you work there, but just like, do you have some formative movie theater experiences? I have three that I can think of that I'm like, oh, that's what the movies is for. One of them I recently told you about, which was the end of Spice Girls, where the credit or Spice World, where the credits where
Yes.
the Spice Girls are talking to you, and I was like, holy shit! Like that's when I really understood what breaking the fourth wall was, and I was like, wait, they're talking to me. Wait, is this live? Like I was so confused.
Yeah.
And everyone in the theater was just like, because we just had the most spectacular movie going experience of, I would say, the 21st century,
Mhm.
and or 20th century, and then they start talking to you, and I was just blown away. So that's one of mine.
Sure.
Do you want me to go through all three of mine, and then you
Yeah,
go?
go for
Okay.
it.
The second one is, which I think you also know, the Lizzie McGuire movie. It came out and I was so fucking hyped. I made our my parents take us to Mira Mesa, which is like the bigger theater, to see it there.
Mhm.
And this was before you like reserve your seat. So we got there like an hour and a half early. The theater was completely packed, and I knew that Lizzie and Gordo there was a chance they were going to kiss. So I made my parents sit in a completely different section than me so that I wouldn't have to be around parent energy and I could just enjoy the movie.
Sure. Sure.
So that's my second one. And then the other one, I remember I had this friend from kindergarten named Aaron who we went to the same kindergarten and first grade together. And then I moved schools, but we met up at one point, maybe in like fourth grade at the like local movie theater. And this movie theater was in Carmel Mountain. And it was a Pacific movie theaters, and the way that it was like set up was you walked in and then um the concession stand was kind of like in the middle of the lobby. So it wasn't like you walk to the concession stand and it's in the back, which I feel like is more typically what it is. It was
Mhm.
like in the middle, and so you like got in line and like circled around the line. And I remember they had kids packs, like you could grab stuff, and they had kids packs that had mini M&Ms, and I thought that was revolutionary. And for some reason, that's like a part
That
of.
stuck with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the that's like a concession memory I have.
Yeah. I don't. I have mem like very strong memories, certain theater memories,
Mm.
but none of them are like because the movie was crazy.
Oh yeah, no, but I want to know. That's what I think is what's interesting about the theaters is like it was an experience in a different way than it is now. I mean, I still get that feeling, which is why I like going to the movies. But
Yeah.
what were yours or some of yours?
Okay. So again, these feel like maybe not what you're looking for. However, when I was growing up, I think when did Fern Gully come out? Like 93 or something,
Oh yeah,
92?
with where Robin Williams is Batty.
Yes.
Yes.
It was my birthday and I was like I must have been like 5 or 6 or something. I
Hmm.
don't know. We had a theater at the top of my street. I lived in Lakewood, Ohio. If anybody remembers the Detroit theater, I'm so sad they tore it down.
Oh,
But we had a theater at the top of our street and it was like a discounted theater.
cool.
Um, and we went to it for my birthday to see Fern Gully. Only the lights went out in the middle of the movie
No.
because there was a tornado in the area.
No. What? I don't understand tornadoes. What happens? I mean, I know what a tornado is, but like it's not one of the does the movie theater have like a basement you have to go into?
Uh, we didn't go into a basement. I mean, you pretty much just kind of have to, if you're in a building that doesn't have a basement, you kind of have to just be in a room with no windows. And thankfully, when you're in a movie theater, you're in a room with no windows.
Yeah.
So we just kind of stayed in there for a little bit, and then once it was clear, like it didn't hit, it was in the area, it didn't hit us,
Mm.
but it was so windy that when we got home, our screens were like blown in. So,
Whoa. Did you have
um,
to so they stopped playing the movie?
yeah, the movie stopped. I don't think we finished it. We must have finished it another time.
Oh. I remember when I watched Princess Diaries, the movie stopped.
Oh,
And that was horrible. There was like an audible gasp.
wait, at what point in Princess
Oh, I
Diaries
know
did it stop?
exactly when. It was when they were when Rooney, the guy from Rooney, they're playing in the garage and the M&Ms are on the keyboard. It
Yeah.
stopped then.
And you were like, that's not the end.
We were
That
like,
can't be the
ah!
end.
I remember it was like an audible and it must have been, I wonder if it was actual film versus digital because it like made a weird noise and like the screen looked, it wasn't just like it died, like it was like the film, something happened to the film.
I mean, that's early 2000s, so they were still using film. I don't think they really started
Digital production.
professionally doing digital uh for the last like maybe in the last 10 years.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so that was one. Have you ever walked out of a movie?
Oh my god, yes. Wait, we've walked out of a movie together.
We have? Oh, then I need to add that to my list because I can only think of two. What movie did we walk out of?
We walked out of the Men in Black International.
Oh my God. And we were so excited to see Tessa Thompson in a suit.
Yeah. What a mess that film was.
I completely blacked that out. Oh my God. I forgot about it was so long.
It was yeah, it was not great. I
Weren't they in the
uh
desert? I just felt like we were literally, I don't know if it was metaphorically, but I was like, we're just in the desert for so long.
well, I mean, you go back and you look, and there were so many problems behind the scenes with that movie
Yeah.
to the point where I'm pretty sure there were stories where Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth were bringing in their own writers because it was such a mess.
Oh my
And you could
God.
feel that in the movie.
Yeah, that was not one that was done. Some of these reboots are being done with care or with like just like a level of interest. I just got my hair cut and I was talking to the barber about Wednesday and how like fun Wednesday was.
Yeah.
Um, and it didn't feel derivative, it felt expansive. The Men
Oh,
in
sure.
Black felt fully derivative.
Yeah. And I have an idea for a good Men in Black reboot if anybody in Hollywood is listening to this.
Yeah, hit us up.
Yeah.
Hit us
Let me
up.
know.
Um, I walked out on the other movies I walked out on was Solaris with George Clooney. It was a weirdo movie of him like trapped in space, but like half the time I just remember seeing his butt and being like, what is going on? It was so boring. And
And that's what
then
made you walk out. You're like, George Clooney's butt?
yeah,
Nope.
I was like,
I'm
I'm
done.
out. I'm out. And then the other one was the Dukes of Hazzard. That was so bad. The one that Jessica Simpson was in.
With like Owen Wilson
Yes,
and Vince Vaughn.
yes, yes, exactly. It was horrible.
I didn't really walk out on a movie. I think before like 5, 6 years ago, the only movie I walked out on was because there were like issues with the audio. So
Oh,
it was
got
like
it.
a walk out halfway through and be like, can we please get a ticket to go see this again?
Yeah.
Like once you guys fix it.
Yeah.
Um, but since then, yeah, walked out on Men in Black. There's one other movie I walked out on, and then one I walked out on recently was Fiona and I actually, and you, I know that you were not happy with this because we walked out on, fuck,
With
what was that?
of
The,
Emma
the
Stone.
Emma Stone movie that won a bunch of
Yes.
awards.
I love that movie.
Why can't I think of the name of the movie?
The one that the plot is basically Barbie. I can't remember but
Oh,
it's like dark. It's like dark prostitute Barbie. What was it
hold on,
called?
I'm looking it up.
This is what's great about
Poor
being on our
Things.
phone. Poor
Poor Things.
Things. Yes, you hated that.
Yeah, we walked out. I just felt really uncomfortable.
Mm.
And it was kind of early in our relationship. And so we were both kind of like, this isn't the vibe right now.
Yeah. Also,
So we
you had
left.
just watched something else, or you were trying to explain, like, I think you guys were in a completely different headspace and didn't know what was coming.
Yeah. I think we were both also really disturbed by the idea that it's the mind of a child. Um,
Yes.
and she's having sex with a lot of people.
Yes. Which is the point. It's about women being
Like
sexualized
sexualized.
and,
Yeah.
but I do get that early on in your relationship, and I think you guys went to like a late showing or something. I was
We
shocked
did.
though because I
We
loved that movie and Christine loved that movie.
yeah, we were just a little, I mean, I can't speak for Fiona now, but yeah, it was just a really uncomfortable. And like I understand the message behind it, but I was still just like, I don't need to see this.
Yeah, I feel
I
that.
It's like one of those things where it's like, oh, you're I mean, how some people felt about Barbie,
Yeah,
where they're
yeah,
like, yes, we know that women go through these struggles. We don't need to see this on screen,
yeah,
which like respect. That's kind of how I felt. I was like, I know that young girls are sexualized. I'm okay. I don't need
yeah.
to
I
see
don't need to
this.
see it. Okay, so this brings me to the walking out on movies type of thing. I think
Hmm.
it's something that tends to happen when we're older because there's just the idea of like, oh, my time is valuable in a different way, even in just like I could be outside or I could be eating or taking a nap.
Yeah.
But has that translated to other things in your life where you're like, oh yeah, well, like, will you send food back now if it's wrong or not good? Like, are there other things that you will speak up about now that you're older?
Not send food back.
Hmm.
I, for some reason, cannot do that. However, and you know how much of a theater person I am.
Oh, she loves the theater.
I have only ever walked out on one theater performance, and it was the touring cast of Mean Girls the Musical when it came like
To
two
LA.
years ago. Yes.
Oh,
I
I'm surprised you've walked out on a theater performance.
I know. I was just like, I was there with Ariel, and we were just like, I don't know if I can't remember. I don't think she had seen it either.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh no, this is this poor touring cast. Like you're trying to deliver these jokes that are so good that should be smaller because they were written for the screen
Yes.
on
Yes.
stage, and it's just like you're never going to be good as Lindsay Lohan. I'm so sorry, baby
I
girl.
mean, and talk about being derived way too many times because they're imitating. Well, actually, the movie, I forgot it was first the order was original movie, then musical, then
The
movie musical.
yeah,
And at that point, they were just fucked because it's like these lines were so perfectly written and so perfectly delivered. You're not going to improve on You Go, Glen Coco.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I actually here's the crazy part. Here's the absolutely batshit insane part.
Mm.
I walked out on the theater performance of Mean Girls the Musical. I later saw Mean Girls the Musical in theaters 3 different times.
You you like Mean Girls the movie, the musical?
It was like I knew going into it was going to be bad, so I just had a good time.
Oh my god. I mean, I love my friend Kyle Hanagami did the choreography, and the choreography is amazing. And obviously, we love Tina Fey and everything. But it's just,
Yeah.
I for some reason, I don't think I had prepared. It was such a life experience of what people growing up would say all the time about remakes, like you can't remake that. That's sacred, you know. And
Yeah.
I felt that so strongly about Mean Girls. I was like, why the fuck are we remaking this?
Oh, did you not realize it was a musical?
No, I knew it was, but
Oh, okay.
I thought that would help me with the other part, but it didn't.
Yeah. Oh, fair.
You know what I
No,
mean?
I was there for Ali. I was there for
I forgot
uh
you loved that.
yeah, I was there for Renee Rapp, who's coming out with more music soon. I was there for it.
Wow. Renee Rapp, I love how intense she is.
Did you listen to, not to talk about another podcast on our podcast again, but did you listen to her Good Hang
Oh, not
with
yet, but I did
Amy
listen to
Floyd?
some of the clips where she's talking about men not flipping, aka Benson Boone, which I agree with. I
Just
have
like
such a
keeping 2 feet
disdain
on the
for
ground.
yeah, I have a disdain for Benson Boone that I cannot explain. Like,
I truly did not know that he existed until Quinta did SNL
yeah, A, he
again.
came out of nowhere. B, when he did, it was at the Grammys and he was flipping and grabbing his crotch. And C, no, I don't want it. But it upsets me because I kind of do like some of his music.
Hmm.
The new mystical magical song or whatever reminds me of The Darkness, like A Thing Called Love. But
Oh, sure.
I don't want it's such a I just am triggered by men doing gainers. I think that's something men fucking love doing. Maybe that needs to be a new guy tries. Like I try and flip into a pool.
Is that what a gainer is?
Yeah, you've never been around. Maybe this is like a West Coast thing, but dudes would always be like gainer and then flip into the pool. That's a gainer.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen guys do that, but I didn't realize it had a name.
I don't. I just don't know. There's too much flipping. Like why?
Stop it.
That
Stop flipping.
When Renee Rapp said that, I was like, "Girl, yes. Thank God someone said it." She was like, "There are too many men like flipping in music, and we don't need it."
You want to flip this much? Join the gymnastics team for the Olympics. I don't know.
Literally, I just saw a meme of hers that said, "Straight people don't exist to me." Hilarious.
Yes. Which, honestly, I get.
I hope straight people because in the we just did the uh questions for a trans guy with try guys with Keith, where I made a joke about he's asking me, "Am I straight now that I'm trans and dating a woman?" I
No,
was like, "No, I could never be straight. I would hate that." And I
can't.
hope that straight people I was thinking from the perspective of someone who genuinely is straight and actually is an ally who didn't grow up, especially how we grew up. I think the reason we make those jokes so flippantly is because it was so just not cool and not okay to be gay that
Oh, yeah.
now to almost reclaim that, it's like, oh yeah, I would hate to be straight, but there's nothing wrong with being straight. I want to say it here first for pride. Is it weird? Is it crazy for
Thank
pride?
God. Thank God for your speaking up for the straights on Pride.
But I just I feel bad because there are genuinely and it's more like the Gen Z people. I think everyone who's millennial or above understands why gay people do this and have
Mhm.
this narrative. But I've seen earnest Gen Z people be like, what's wrong with being straight? I genuinely want to know.
See, I don't feel as bad, and I think it's because, to use my other experience, my other identity as a white woman,
Mm-hmm.
when people shit talk white people, I'm like, no, I fucking get it.
Oh, sure, sure.
So I don't really feel that bad. The straight people who I love know that I love them. There's no,
Yes.
it's,
We're
um,
straight. Amanda, are we going to come out and say it? We're straight allies.
we are straight allies. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Straight people exist too, but not to Renee
Yeah.
Rapp, and we respect it.
I truly forget that straight people exist. So I get why Renee Rapp says it, because I
my
just don't talk to straight people.
my favorite thing that really changed my life perspective. Heaven Nigatu, who used to have an amazing podcast at BuzzFeed. She said to me, one of the first things when I moved to New York, I was I don't even think I was out as a bisexual. And we were just talking, and she was like, For me, it's gay until proven otherwise. And I was like, it was
Yeah.
so refreshing to think that it's kind of when I really understood, oh, heteronormativity is just the assumption because there was something so relieving about what she said that I was like, that means that she thinks I'm queer until proven otherwise, so I don't have to come out to her. There was something so nice about that.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. So it's like, that's what we should talk about is fucking pride. We have to talk about pride.
I did have that on my list, but I was waiting.
All right. What do you want to talk about pride?
Are you celebrating?
Am I celebrating Pride? So we actually went we went with a bang. Christina and I went to the Sparks game and went to their
Oh,
Pride night.
Friday night.
That was
Yeah.
that was June 1st, and then we were like, let's go to WeHo and celebrate in WeHo, and we ended up going to WeHo and like hitting up the
Bold.
end of Pride there, which was crazy.
Bold.
Yeah, bold. So yeah, that was kind of what we were up to.
I just saw a TikTok of this poor queer couple, both femme women who were like, I think maybe early 20s, who tried to go to WeHo for Pride, and they were like, these men kept like shoulder checking us, and we think it's because they thought that maybe we were straight, but we're just femme. And
We're
I was
just
like,
femme. To the
I
tune
get
of
it,
I'm
girl.
just Ken. We're just femme.
We're just femme. We belong here too. But I mean, that's also a real issue of
By erasure.
no, because it was two women that were dating. They were lesbians.
Oh, lesbian erasure. Just femme erasure.
No, I think it's just misogyny in the gay male space.
Yep. Third time's a charm. Got there eventually. I mean, I will say that pride is not for the faint of heart, and I almost feel there should be two separate prides, which there kind of is. Like, there's Dyke Day for like gay men and for queer women and non-binary people because it is the way gay men, especially in like WeHo, do Pride is like it's
Insane.
it's mesh. It's the shortest shorts you've ever seen. It's there were so many people on rollerblades and like you're packed into clubs like sardines. And it's like Dyke Day is women setting up like the butchest women you've ever seen and the femmest women you've ever seen. And the butch women have like their carabiners, they're setting up a whole spread and like full tents and full like cover. And while their like femme girlfriends sit and like, you know, read a book or make a cheese board type of thing.
I think that you're erasing the part of WeHo Pride that I don't like, aside from being packed into clubs like sardines. It's just the whole purpose is to just get wasted. It's like
Oh,
early 20s pride versus like 30s pride, where like Dyke Day is like, you're going to go have a picnic and talk to a bunch of people and have like, and sit around with a bunch of queer people. And there's a puppy parade and there's
yes.
like a kink tent if you want to learn about kinky stuff. Like,
Yeah, you're right. Versus like the more industrialized pride, which is like have a cocktail that is like rainbow colored.
try not to get roofied at the Abbey, like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I forgot about the other thing that happens at Dyke Days. You see every lesbian you've ever met in your entire life.
Correct. And Fiona likes to talk about how uh, she saw Gabby from The Bachelorette
Oh,
and
Gabby
also
Windy.
Traitors.
Yes.
Yeah, before at Dyke Day before she came out.
Wow. And now she's
A married
a
lady.
proud lesbian is what she says.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. And then didn't not to put Kirsten on blast. Didn't Kirsten see Vanessa from the Queer Ultimatum?
Yes. And then Vanette. Oh, wait. Is the Queer Ultimatum? I don't think this is. Somebody did Pride wrong this year at Netflix because the Queer Ultimatum doesn't come out until the end of the month.
Oh, are they going by New York Pride rules? Because New York Pride is always like at the end of June.
I have no idea, but I'm like, we need that to come out sooner so that we can see these people at Dyke Day.
Oh, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you celebrating Pride?
I truly now at my old age of 37, the only way I celebrate Pride now is Dyke Day.
Yeah. Well, Dyke Day is a great celebration.
Yeah. And like my girlfriend is a very talented former cheesemonger, so she's gonna make a beautiful cheese charcuterie board.
What, are you ever a former cheesemonger? I feel like once a cheesemonger, always a cheesemonger.
That's true. She used to work in a cheese and beer shop, but
Oh,
now,
God.
but yes, she
Is,
she can make a cheese board
is she
like
going to do a
nobody else.
themed cheese board?
She might. I can't remember what she did last year, but she did text me because she's at work right now.
About
With a
cheese?
recipe. No, with a recipe for rainbow jello, and asked, "Should we make this for Dyke Day?" So we're having a Dyke Day planning meeting after later tonight.
Oh, that's amazing.
This is what happens when you have two planners in a relationship. I was like, we got to sit down and figure out what we need to order.
You guys are producing always.
Oh yeah,
Have you done your Costco run for Dyke Day yet or no?
no,
Mm.
we just did a Costco run for ourselves last
I'm
week.
I don't know how we were comparing for our listeners. Amanda and I went to Costco on the same day. That's actually what I got Amanda. Me and Kirsten got Amanda and Fiona a Costco membership for your birthday.
Thank
Uh,
you.
but your order was so much smaller. You got it to like 200 in the 200s. I was like
Yeah,
300s.
we got like half food, half cleaning supplies, but we also didn't get that much food.
Okay, so that wasn't like your full restock.
No.
I don't know how people afford groceries if you're not going to some kind of discount like Costco or a Smart and Final or something because it's in if I go to Ralph's now, not even Whole Foods,
Oh.
the amount of money I spend on like six things is insane.
Um. Yeah, Ralph's is really expensive. I still shop there, especially because there's one across the street from me.
Mm.
Um. But I don't think that Costco is really that cost effective. Am I just burning a bunch of bridges by we keep naming all these brands and I keep being like, boo.
Yeah,
And
what
I'm
the
like,
heck?
well, there goes our sponsorship.
And Ralph's is advertising on podcasts these days. I've heard it. Heard it myself.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you don't
Well,
think Costco's cost effective? That's wrong. I will
I
fight
think
you.
it is. I think it is for families. I don't know if it is for a pair of people.
I disagree. It is. It's you have to have the space to make it work, to have that much backstock, but you just end up saving so much money. Like a bag of kettle corn, the gigantic bag at Costco is $5. And
Mhm.
at Ralph's, it's like $7 for one that's half the size.
Oh, I'm not preaching that Ralph's is more cost effective. What is this podcast?
This podcast is I there are people screaming at the phone right now, Amanda, agreeing with me.
Look, I'm not saying that Ralph's is more cost effective. I would actually argue that something like Aldi's is more cost effective, and that's the last I want to talk about this because what is this?
Are you not entertained?
It's hard because I'm like, yeah, this is like a genuine conversation that we would have, but I don't know if it's entertaining to anybody else.
Listen, I don't think we can I'm tired as a creative of constantly appealing to the idea of like the widest general audience. I think I myself love niche things. I would love to listen to people that I like talking about Costco. Do we have to do it for much longer? No. But I stand by our podcast.
I think you could also start a Costco podcast.
I totally could, and I always say, please sponsor me, Costco. But they don't need advertisement because the prices stand for themselves.
Wow.
Yep.
We've done a lot of accidental ad reads
Yeah.
today.
And also drag reads, like where we're dragging brands.
Ooh, I like a drag read. Ad read and drag read.
Yes. We don't
Is there
just.
anything else you would like to drag?
What would I like to drag? Nothing
What's
right
your
now that's particularly bothering me. But in general, I hate bad design for things. Oh, my cat's in here and yelling.
Oh, well, it's not time for us to end yet.
No, it's not. Oh, Pepe.
Oh,
Oh
Pepe's sad because
no.
he got his hair cut.
He did. I cut my cat's hair for summer. And I had to cut it slowly so it looked like he was getting mange.
Oh no.
I know.
I have a drag read.
Oh, let's hear it.
Uh, I would like to drag Lindsey Graham.
Oh, duh. Yeah, go for it.
Fuck that guy.
What has he done? I mean, he's done everything wrong, but is he I thought he like fell or
God,
was
I
was that Mitch
he
McConnell?
that was Mitch McConnell.
What's Lindsey
Um,
Graham doing? Ew.
I mean, Lindsey Graham sucks, but as we are technically recording this podcast, what is today? June.
Second. No, third.
I was like, no, today's not June 2nd. Today's June 3rd.
Yeah.
The Freedom Flotilla to Gaza with like Greta Thunberg on it.
Oh yeah.
He tweeted it, was like, hope Greta and her friends know how to swim.
Oh my god.
I was like, you motherfucker, is that a threat? Also, by the way, on the Freedom Flotilla to Gaza, free Palestine, Tan is on it.
Yes, Tan has been our friend Tan from BuzzFeed has been on it before.
Yeah, she's been on it. They've been on it since the beginning.
Yeah. Damn.
But like because they posted video of just like them with Greta, and I was like, that's wild.
That is crazy. And also fuck Lindsey Graham. Oh, I
Fuck Lindsey
hate
Graham.
hearing politicians. That's why I'm like, I've really been on the Pokemon train hard because I used to wake up and go on Instagram, but the world is a crap hole. And
Yeah.
so I go on, and the first thing is inevitably whatever dumbass thing Trump or Lindsey Graham or Elon. Now Elon Musk is mad at Trump. It's like a whole. I saw someone say in like I think like some like queer Reddit thread of like be prepared for the messiest divorce of the century.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh, it's so true. Okay, well,
Uh,
fuck Lindsey Graham.
yeah. Fuck Lindsey Graham. Anyway, that was my drag read.
That's a good drag read. What else do we have for our? I feel like we have another like
Well, okay.
five.
So, wait, what do you? I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just saying. I feel like we have time for one more topic today.
Oh, well, I was gonna ask. Since we, well, okay. First of all, I didn't get to say my other two theater experiences.
Oh yes, so sorry.
I'll just rifle through them real quickly.
Yeah, yes.
Second theater experience that I really remember is when I snuck into the movie Dracula 2000
Oh.
because I was not able to get into it because it was an R-rated movie and vitamin C was in it, and I was going through a heavy vitamin C obsession at that time.
You would say you had scurvy
I and I needed a cure,
and
and
you
it was
needed a
vitamin C.
cure. It was vitamin C.
I listened to the graduation song. I listened to Smile.
Wow.
I actually had both of her albums, but I know those are the two most popular songs. Um, and now she works at Netflix. Anyway,
What?
super.
Vitamin C works on Netflix doing what?
She's like a music supervisor or something like that.
Shut up. You heard it here first, pod.
So super obsessed with vitamin C. Snuck into Dracula 2000. The Dracula in that movie has a sex scene with her on the ceiling, and you see her boobs, and that was a really formative moment for me. Really started a queer journey at the age
Oh
of
my
whatever age I
god.
was in 7th grade.
Oh my god. Not I can picture you, I can picture little tiny Tamad, and I can picture 7th grade using vitamin C's boobs. That is crazy. Go on.
Okay.
What possibly is the third one?
Okay, well the third I think there was a fourth one too. The third and fourth ones are like a little more normal because they're actually not really formative, but just ones I remember.
Mm.
Seeing Endgame in theaters
Oh yeah. Oh.
was wildly energetic and very fun.
Oh yes.
And then I, shout out to the two people who were in the theater when me and my friends saw Cats at the Rocky River AMC in December 2019.
Wait,
Because
we saw that together. You went back to
Yeah,
to
when I went home for Christmas, me and my friends went to see it,
yeah.
and we got wine boxes and came in, and I have a friend who is very funny but has no control over the volume of her voice.
Oh no.
And so we kind of ended up being like a riff tracks for the entire theater. And while most of the people didn't mind it, there were two people who were very upset by the end of the film.
I get that, and they should get their money back.
But it was a very fun drunk experience because Cats is a wild movie.
We saw Cats and we were high together, and I have never I have somewhere a voice or a note written of all the thoughts I had during Cats, and it
Sure.
was shocking. And I remember also just most of them being like, "What? What? What? This makes no sense." And I think even if I wasn't high, it wouldn't have made any sense. But I truly think that we entered whatever sick timeline we're in that like
Because
brought
of
on the
Cats.
pandemic and everything else because Cats got released instead of Wicked.
I agree wholeheartedly. I've said it before and I'll say it again.
Yeah,
Yes.
this sicko timeline is
Although
that, and then the other thing I think is it's because we are paying the consequences for how we treated Britney Spears.
agreed. But
Hmm.
I will say though, if we did get Wicked at that time, we wouldn't have gotten
Cynthia.
Cynthia Riva or Ariana Grande.
That's true. And so maybe things were meant to work out.
We would have gotten like Leah Michelle.
Maybe they worked out for good.
Oh,
And
which by
that's
the way,
a
that trailer is coming out tomorrow for
really? Oh
yes.
my god. When we hear that, I'm going to cry. Oh,
Somebody's uh
excuse
I was
me, speechless.
I was gonna say somebody has a partner, being me, who has a partner who has already seen it,
Oh,
but that's
what?
neither here nor there.
Wow. You probably weren't supposed to say that.
Probably wasn't, but
But
just
by
the
the time
trailer.
this pod comes out, it'll be fine.
Yeah,
Wow, I did not know that was coming out. There's a lot of fun stuff coming out. I forget that summer is also when like a lot of media comes out. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited for Wednesday. I'm excited. We just got Netflix again in our household because we weren't doing all the streamers at once. So we're like going through the backlog and watching Love on the Spectrum, which is one of my favorite shows ever.
I only saw a few episodes of that recently, and I was like, I get why people like this.
It
These
is
people are endearing.
they are endearing and hilarious.
Yeah,
And it's not funny. Like I was worried when that show first came out that it's going to be like, oh, is the humor when people said it was funny that like it's because they have autism, but it's like no, they are genuinely so funny, and their autism makes them just more blunt, and
yeah.
so it's so fucking good. I love
I
that
think
show.
that the what's her name? Who's the queer one? Is
I
it
don't.
Danny? Am I making that up?
No, Danny is one of them. She's with a man, but I think she might be queer also.
Okay,
There's
I just
another
know that
one.
somebody from Love on the Spectrum was on a pride float.
Oh,
That's all I
amazing.
know.
We love it.
Um, but I will say, okay, two things. One, did you watch $1 Million Secret?
No, haven't.
Add that to your list. It's like the Netflix's version of Traders.
Oh, okay.
Um, and it's like the only version of Traders I think I could actually do.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is the one that you said you think you could be on a reality show on this one.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
great.
either going to be $1 Million Secret or The Circle. I could do either of
Oh,
those.
you could totally do the circle. You would be so funny on the circle.
Um, oh, what was the second thing I was going to say?
Did you get distracted by the fact that the Spice Girls were on the circle? Because that's immediately where my mind went. And how it
No,
was
but
like the best fucking television. And we were texting each other, being like, oh my God, how is there not a Spice Girls reality show? They are so funny together.
wait, okay, I have to look this up while we're talking about this because
Mm,
you know what show I totally binge?
what?
It's called Celebrity Bear Hunt.
Okay. Are they hunting
Um,
bears?
okay, so it's basically, Bear Grylls.
Yes. Uh huh.
It's he has a bunch of celebrities in like the jungles of Nicaragua.
Was Brie Larson on this? I remember Brie
No.
Larson did something with Bear Grylls.
Yeah, there were like a couple of celebrities who did like a one-off shows,
Mm,
but this is like a bunch of British celebrities.
mm.
Um, and Mel B is on it.
Of course. Mel B is everywhere and we love it.
It's on Netflix. Celebrity Bear Hunt.
Oh my god. But like how okay, well I need to watch that. But also everyone go watch the episode of the Spice Girls where the Spice it's Mel who is it? Is it Mel is it Emma and Mel B?
Oh, on the circle? Yeah.
Yeah. Emma and Mel B are playing as a character on and not as a Spice Girl and it's the two of them and just watching their dynamic is incredible.
I know. I would watch an entire. Also, they are just so in Celebrity Bear Hunt.
Mm.
Mel B keeps talking about how she wants to do a reunion, and then they already announced that they are going to do a reunion, but not with Victoria, which is like fine.
Yeah, everyone saw
Um,
that coming. She has like three lines that she sings. She doesn't
she's
need.
got a lot going on. She's
She's
not
also Victoria Beckham now. She doesn't need to be Posh Spice.
exactly. Um, but yeah, so we need to. Wow, we've talked about Spice Girls a lot this podcast, but I
We
will
should
spend
always talk about Spice Girls.
if you guys like the amount that everybody was prepared to spend on
Beyonce.
Taylor Beyonce tickets and Taylor tickets, like I will double it for Spice Girls.
Oh yes. I saw their reunion show with my whole family, which was really fun.
I'm
But like
jealous.
oh, it was so good, but I need to go and my family dressed as the Spice Girls. It was amazing. But we I need to go again and I need to be way closer. And I mean, but the best thing is as we know, we've both met Baby Spice, which is crazy.
Yes, I've spent an extended amount of time in a room with Baby Spice. So
Wow.
there's
Wow.
that.
Oh my god, I can't wait for they posted their Pride thing and they like redid it
I
was the stop thing, but it
I
said
know
Pride instead, and it was they're on their official account, which is why we love them.
I know. I love that. I saw that you reposted
Yep.
it and I reposted it too because I was like, oh yes.
Girl power
Oh, you know
forever.
what we should talk about?
What?
The for our remaining time,
Yeah.
how terrible the Target Pride collection
Oh, I
is.
haven't even seen it because fuck Target. There's a
It
drag.
oh, absolutely. But it's like that's the thing is it's so funny because it really does feel like they were like, I guess we have to do this.
Now it's revealed that we hate you guys, so we don't have to. I did see the Onion parody of meme of it, which was so funny. It was like Target's Pride collection, scaled back down to one shirt that said, "I would do a threesome with a girl for my boyfriend's
Boyfriend's
birthday."
birthday. Yes.
Wait, what's the real Pride collection? I haven't seen it.
The real Pride collection is like the most like they have like two dresses. It's like the most like okay, what do we have that's rainbow? All right,
Oh
let's
my
throw this in the
god!
Pride collection. And then it's like there at no point does it say the word any words in the LGBTQIA vocabulary. It'll
Wow.
say like authentically me, but like the authentically is in like very thin cursive letters that are also like rainbow if you squint real hard.
Born to Shine. Oh, I'm looking at it now. It's awful and it's ugly, which is
A lot of it
anti-gay.
is beige for
Why
some
is
reason.
it
It's like
beige? Out loud and proud and beige?
it's a lot of it looks like if AI were to design
Howdy
Pride
partner
merch.
muscle tank. Wow. Oh, I'm looking at the authentically me one right now. Holy crap.
Yeah,
What?
it's
This gender, everybody, please go look up right now. Pride Adult Gender Rainbow Faux Fur Festival Wrap Scarf. It looks
oh
like
yeah,
you skinned a Pokemon and are wearing it as a wrap.
yeah. No, it's truly the most like boring
This is heinous.
collection.
This is a hate crime, actually.
It feels like one.
What
I
the
feel like
hell?
it's so interesting. We equally saw the rise in rainbow corporate. What was it called?
Uh, pink rainbow washing.
Yeah, and now we're seeing the fall of it, where it's
Good,
like the
because
rainbow
pride
capitalism.
is a fucking revolution. It's a
It's a riot.
revolution. It's a riot to be proud of yourself and to say fuck the police and to demand your own space and to be authentically who you are, not in this weird cursive font.
Look, we ourselves. It's so wild because like we as people, especially queer people, uh, trans people, all of us, we just want to like live our lives and exist.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we live in a world where just that is like
Being
politicized.
politicized. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Um, but living our best lives is in fact a revolutionary act.
It
So
is.
everyone,
Happy Pride, motherfuckers.
happy Pride.
And for everyone who hasn't come out yet or who is trying to figure out their identity or where they fall on this beautiful spectrum, take your time. It's okay. We love you. Be safe. You do not
Look,
need to press yourself to decide who you are. And when you're ready, we're here.
look, it's all a spectrum. Um, I will say, I mean, we talked about Jojo Siwa a while ago. Now Jojo Siwa is dating Chris Hughes.
Oh, yeah. We have to
Um,
retract our previous statement.
I like, I don't remember what the previous statement was. I think I was pretty much the same on it, but if you are somebody who identifies with Jojo Siwa in this, like that's fine too. It like sexuality is a spectrum.
Hmm.
Sometimes you're figuring things out, and I do kind of very truly feel bad for Jojo Siwa for having to figure this out all in the public eye.
Yeah. I mean, it sucks. She did go on Big Brother where she would be literally under the scrutiny of the public eye, but I do get it. It sucks. It's hard to, as someone who also came out in public or on a semi-public platform as
Yeah,
part of
you
my
did.
job, I get it. It feels like you have to make these big declarations, and I think that's what I'm realizing just in general with social media. It feels like when we learn something about ourselves, we have to immediately say it to everyone, but like it's
Sure.
okay to just like work on things on your own, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, you kind of had almost like a scaled down Elliot Page
Yeah.
uh experience.
It wasn't at the HRC banquet, but it was me in a scripted video telling Quinta that I had a crush on a girl.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's basically the same.
It's basically the same. I would say more
It's
impactful.
it's me finding you on a queer dating site.
Yes, exactly, which we will talk about on another episode.
Which, you know what? Maybe we'll talk about more Pride stuff next week.
Yeah,
Who
because Pride's
knows?
all month, so we can do whatever
Yeah,
we want.
we could talk about Pride year round if we wanted to,
And we will.
and we will.
Do we have a sign off? We like are coming up with things now. Like you guys are workshopping this podcast as we go, so just know it's going to get better and better. But um, where can people find us?
Well, you can find us at on Instagram and TikTok at now that's what I call podcast.
Cast. Now this fuck that up.
Yeah,
At
nailed it.
now that's what I call podcast.
Podcast
You can also email us at now that's what I call podcast at
at
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
If you
Um,
have any suggestions or anything.
yeah. And I guess like how do we just sign off like we do a telephone call?
Yeah, a telephone call? A
What is this?
cellular, a mobile call? Yeah, I guess we do. I guess we just say bye. See you later.
Yeah, I guess I'll just like talk to you later, friend.
Okay, like bye.
Okay, bye.
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 Bye, guys.
Bye.